This is a screencast showing you how to use Jing to do a screen capture and how to annotate with it. So I've already uploaded to my desktop here the Jing icon, as you can see in the top right hand corner. And when I activate it, I am now going to press this plus button. That brings up, as you could see, some yellow markers that are going to help me crop what I want in this picture. Okay, what I'm trying to do is capture the title up here that's showing United for Literacy and showing Hartford, Connecticut, and possibly a few of the books. I want to get a little neater looking here. Okay, as you can see, I'm continuing to manipulate here. Okay, I feel fairly satisfied with that as a screen capture. I could tidy it up a little bit up here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is let Jing know that I like to capture this image. So I am going to click on this icon here. If you hover over, you'll see it says capture an image. And once I do that, notice this toolbar that pops up. And it allows me to make arrows, to add text boxes, to put frames around parts of the picture, and to do some highlighting. For now, I'm going to use the arrow key. I'm going to change the color to red, and you'll see why in a minute, because I'm making an arrow that's going to go right over to here, and if I use the blue color, it might not show up as well. And now I'm going to make a small text box. I could change the font, I could change the color. In here right now it's going to be yellow in the background with a red font. And click away, and I think I'm fairly satisfied with that for now. And so I'm going to go down here, and this is a feature that's going to allow me to save this particular screen capture that I've slightly annotated. I put the arrow key in, and I've just put in a small text box. So I'm clicking save, and now I'm going to go to a place on my computer. I actually have a folder where I keep my Jing screen captures, and I noticed it right away. But if it hadn't, I would go find it. And I like to give each of my screen captures a name so I can remember what they contain. Okay, and now I'm going to go save. And you can see the screen capture has been successfully saved. Now if I were blogging and I needed to put that screen capture in, I would just simply insert it as I would with any image and find where it is. So if I go into my Blogger account, new post, and now I'm simply ready, as I would with any image, just to go into whatever tool I'm using and using insert image, finding where that image is. And you can see I have a few others already in that folder that I've already screen captured with Jing. And I believe it is this one. And let's see, I'm just trying to look at the titles I've given here. Literacy books, there it is, okay. So that's it, and that's why it's a good idea to give your screen captures and names so you could go find them. And I'm going to add that to the post, and now you'll see it is not the whole screen we were looking at before, it's just the screen capture, and of course I could save that for now. So that's the basics of using a tool like Jing to do screen captures. Jing is a download that you would get from the TechSmith website. It's free and you can download it to your computer. It will go into your application folder on your computer. So if I did not see this bright yellow, almost looks like a sun up there in the corner, I would have to go, I'm on a Mac now, it'll look a little different on a PC, but I would have to go into my application folder on my Mac, for instance, and I would have to look for Jing, which is right there, and just make it active in the corner of the computer. I had it launched ahead of time for the purpose of this tutorial. Now, if you're working and if you're finding this box is getting in your way or the sun up here, you can really just click over here on the gear and you can just really quit Jing, and that way it's off your screen and it's not in any way bothering you while you're working. Again, though, if you have to bring it back open, you would go back into your application folder and launch it back on. Again, as you can see, TechSmith is the company that makes it, and I would encourage you to go over to the TechSmith site and find out about downloading Jing. I did not demonstrate in this tutorial how to use Jing for making short videos or screen captures, but that can be done as well. I just mostly wanted to, in this tutorial, show you how to do a screen capture. I'll do one more so you can see a little bit more practice with that. So let me exit out of Blogger for now and bring up another image. Okay, I don't want to quit Jing, so I'm just going to leave that for now, and I'm going to just go to another image here. Let me just pop this one open for now, and let's say I want to crop that image for some reason. Okay, so here's the image I'm working with. There's a lot of clutter on my screen right now. As you could see, I probably should have closed out some windows, but that's fine because I think it helps me more easily demonstrate what I want to. It's sometimes a little hard to find the yellow edges when we're working with Jing, so you have to be a little careful about that. Takes a little practice. I actually just lost it, so I'm going to have to exit out of this for a minute. And I'm glad that happened because it does show you that sometimes if you're not careful with your hands while you're trying to crop, you can lose what you're working on. You just might have to start again. Let me try it this way. Okay, it's another way I could do to capture it. Okay, and I just want to bring that down a little bit. And now I have my screen capture tool here. And I could again put in an arrow if I wanted to. I could write some text, which I think I'll do. I need a slightly larger text box. Or smaller font, either way. Okay, and for now, I don't want to go into too many details, so again, I am going to save it. It's defaulting right away to my Jing folder. I'm just going to call that fun for now. Let me close out some of these other windows so it's not so messy looking. Okay, and now let me go back into Blogger and go to that post I was working with. And now I'm ready to insert that image that I saved on my computer. And I believe I just simply call that fun. There we are. And I'm ready to put it in my blog post. So you could see, and I can make these obviously in Blogger. I can increase the size of them. Okay. So a little easier to see in this demo as well. And that's basically how you use Jing, a screen capture tool. And if you wanted more information about using it for screencasting, I would have to do that in another tutorial. I didn't want to tell you too much for now. I just want to show you how to use the tool once the application is launched to capture an image And then once the image is captured and cropped properly, and you hit save, then you can go in and use the features to annotate, to make arrows, to make a frame around any part of the picture that you might want to. And again, to exit, you would go in here, and you would, for now, just to take it off your screen, and you could see the yellow sun is gone there. So that's the basics. I hope that tutorial is helpful to you, and thank you very much once again for listening.